news and reviews, man. Y'all know we giving y'all the top of the news, man. I know we late on this Tupac thing, but
Not really too much late. I mean, some developments that have come out. This is the home of hip hop news, cultural commentary, and now we're gonna get to witnesses or a particular witness saying that Keefe D was not the trigger man in the Tupac shooting. Also saying that it wasn't Orlando Anderson either. Now, that's what Keefe
no,
D has been saying for years in these interviews. For
right.
those of you who don't know, which I know a lot of y'all follow this closer than we do, but for years it has been said that Orlando Anderson was the trigger man because that's the guy that Tupac stomped out. So I'm gonna lay out some facts and then we could opine from there.
Let's go.
Now, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis was arrested last week for murder with the use of a deadly weapon with intent to promote, further, or assist a criminal gang. Now, that's important because they're going to put that gang enhancement on that ass. Keefe D is already, we got to look up how old he is, but I think he's in his 60s. So this is going to be a life sentence for him. I don't think they're going to be looking to give him any deal. His arraignment is on October 4th, and we have a grand jury indictment that he got arrested on. It's over 300 pages long or around 300 pages, and they have transcripts that include testimony from gang affiliates. They got a Southside Crip telling to bring justice to Tupac's family. They also have a friend of Shakur testifying and retired detectives. That's according to 8 News Now.
Reggie Wright.
Reggie Wright said that he gonna be on. They said the grand jury came to him too, and he gonna put a little sauce on it as well. A Southside Crip gang affiliate says it was Smith, one of the guys that was in the car, one of the 4 guys that was in the car. It was Smith, not Anderson, who killed Shakur, and both Anderson and Smith are deceased. So if any of y'all are thinking that maybe Keefe D might get less time because there's a witness saying that Keefe D wasn't actually the trigger man, you probably don't know too much about crimes, because if you rob a bank and somebody is behind the wheel and the other guy goes into the bank and holds everybody up and shoots a security guard, you just as responsible as the guy that's inside the bank if you driving the car. So it don't matter if Keefe D handed the gun, if he didn't hand the gun, just him being in the car and being a so-called shot caller in the Crips, known drug trafficker, they're going to bake his chicken. They're going to barbecue his ribs. That's just how it goes. So I guess we could get into the opining part of the show. I mean,
right.
Do we give Reggie Wright props for predicting this
we got to
the last few years?
Reggie been put under the, Reggie been drugged through the mud. He's been been called out as being shady. I think they tried to like pull a switcheroo on him, but he seems to end up being the guy who was telling everybody the real deal.
Yeah, he's a teller. He's a truth teller. He's he's a retired officer. Became somewhat of a thug when he was working in the offices of Death Row Records, but he did do a little prison bid too since I started following him. Now he's back on the side of the law, and he's he's doing the Lord's work, some would say. He's gonna bring Keefe D to justice. Do you have a problem with Reggie Wright telling? Is this snitching?
I think that he put, if Keefe D could have taken back what he said about Reggie Wright, knowing that he gonna be talking on this case, I think he would, because
they don't need Reggie Wright testimony to bake his chicken, man. He would still be dumb. He was on Vlad talking about this for years.
Yeah, but Keefe D said about Reggie Wright, he said, if I go down for killing Tupac, he need to go down for killing Big. So it's like, now you giving him extra motivation.
Listen, when they put together a grand jury and try to take Reggie Wright, then maybe Keefe D will get an opportunity to tell back, because we know that Keefe D don't have no problem with snitching. We know that
Never.
he don't have no problem with doing what he need to do to try to get out of jail. So who knows if that day comes, we'll kind of cross that bridge when we get to it. But right now, the spotlight is on this goofy
Yeah.
ass nigga because he definitely should have kept his mouth shut. He had to get out of a jail free card, and he shit it all over.
This is what social media. Social media is showing you that it could be a bad way for guys that's in the, it's an alarming thing. For guys that's in the streets, it's like, look,
Yeah, they love
that
telling.
social media thing ain't where it's at.
They get addicted to telling, and clout, and it,
They
there
keep
used to
it
be
too
that
real.
saying, "Gangsters move in silence." Now niggas make a page, niggas start broadcasting to the world about cases that's open. You don't even have. It's like he thought he had immunity. He had a proffer agreement. It only count for that one time. If you say something right now, we won't hold it against you. It don't mean that you could do
The
a press
proper
run
agreement mean
and
he
and,
done
and
told. Mm-hmm.
so Vlad is somebody who is bringing truth to the light as well. The Las Vegas police said that they wanted to take interviews from Vlad if he had any behind the scenes footage. Vlad says that he didn't comply with that, but I'm sure that they were looking at Vlad's interviews. He's been called a culture vulture. Does he get any props for bringing Tupac's killer to justice? Alleged killer, that is. Do you give him any props for that? You've called him a culture vulture before.
Does he?
Does he get props for that?
I don't think he gets props for it. I mean, he paid for the interview, I guess. So he paid for him to speak. So he's
Yeah,
paying these gangsters to talk. So
yeah. And
do
art
you
of
get
dialogue too. I mean, do these people get props? I mean, okay, they're kind of putting business out there, but Keefe D is the one who wanted to tell a story. He agreed to it, but don't we want Tupac's killers to be brought to justice? Don't we love Tupac, or do we love the streets to the point where we feel like Pac just got what he had coming to him? He got dealt with, and that's just it. We shouldn't be wanting these people to go to jail. Is that where we're at with it?
No, we should definitely want justice. His family should want
Okay,
justice for
'cause you
him. So,
usually come with the street perspective. I'm usually, I'm kind of like getting older, kind of more mature. You bring the street perspective more likely than I do. I think niggas in the street is looking kind of dumb at this age.
of course, no, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, as far as you talking about, is it? Yeah, they got to do what they got to do, man. If you out here trying to take somebody out, I mean, yeah, the law, we
You
gonna
think
side with.
Tupac? I didn't
Go
mean to
ahead.
cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I said we gotta hope the law can hold these people accountable for taking somebody's life
I
because
mean,
it's
yeah. I mean,
hurt.
I really don't want to live in a world where people just getting away with murder any more than they already is. I want your ass to think twice. Do you think Tupac
Yeah.
kind of had it coming to him though? I'm just asking you straight up, like,
Do I think he had it
respect to
coming
his
to him?
family and everything like that. But did he kind of have it coming to him, Tupac? I
I
mean,
mean,
he was kind
in
of
the street,
he was kind of embracing the mob Pyru thing. He stomped Orlando Anderson out. Guy's a big Crip. I mean, we don't know exactly why Tupac did that, but it's alleged that Tupac did it because he was retaliating. That guy was a Crip. I guess he did something to somebody, and Tupac wanted to get back. I mean, is that kind of what one could expect if you're moving like that?
yeah. I mean, think about it like this. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, but it's been alleged that Diddy was behind all of this. It was alleged that Diddy had done. I don't know how this is where it's gonna get deep, but it was alleged that Diddy was behind the plan to,
Yeah,
roost up
yeah.
and
I
get
mean,
and
they
get
said
and
that
get
the
Tupac
Diddy
up out of
gave.
here.
Yeah, I think what you're talking about is the theory, the rumor that Diddy gave Zip 1 million, and Zip was supposed to give 1 million to or split that with Keefe D, but Zip ran away with the money. That's what Keefe D said. I don't know. I mean, there's a
Uh-huh.
lot of people in our comments who are completely convinced that the government is the one who killed Tupac. Remember,
Right.
even Tupac's dad, alleged dad, was saying that. So what do we really believe? If they got some evidence on Diddy, bake his ass too. I don't give a damn. I like Diddy, but I mean, look, if you got to pay the piper, you got to pay the piper. You know what I'm saying? But we don't got no evidence. We got evidence on Keefe D. So I don't really want to put that out there
Yeah.
if they ain't gonna put
But
no
this what
evidence with
Keefe
it.
D saying. So
That would
all I'm
keep, but
saying is,
yeah,
if we
but everything Keefe D said ain't true.
right, but if we locking him up for what he's saying, I mean,
The
we
shit that
need
we
to be,
prove. The
huh?
shit that we can
Yeah,
prove. That's what we
gotcha.
locking up for.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, I
ain't
don't
saying
want to say
we. I
we.
ain't the
I
law.
ain't
I'm
really
saying
cracked
them.
the case or nothing like that. I
Yeah,
mean, they locking them up. But I mean, we taxpayers, so I guess
yeah.
this is the
At the
system we
end of the
paying
day,
into. I don't know. That's a little bit deep. Ice-T asked the question, "What took so long? Why do you think it took so long for them to lock Keefe D up?"
that is strange. It's like it took him to having to talk to get that. It just makes me feel like, man, how I don't know, man. It just I don't know the details, so I need to get more
Yeah,
information. It's like,
yeah. It's
dang.
okay. It's okay to say that we don't have enough information to weigh in intelligently about that aspect, but it does make you think. It does make you scratch your head. I wonder what our audience has to say about that. Maybe somebody in the audience could help us. We're doing some analysis right now, but y'all chime in and let us know on that. I will read a little bit from the witness testimony, the Crip member that says that Keefe D wasn't the trigger man. When passed the firearm to Orlando didn't have a clear shot, the gang affiliate told the grand jury. Big Dre is 6'6". At this time, he's 370, 400 pounds. He's big. And you're not going to be able to lean over a big guy like that and get, my time of knowing things doing. You're not going to reach over like that because shells would have been popping all in Big Dre's face and all that kind of stuff. He can't bend down or anything like that. He's too big.
Mm.
When asked if Smith was the shooter, the gang affiliate told the grand jury he did the shooting. So he's saying Smith was actually the guy. And then we have a testimony from uh, Las Vegas Metro Police Department Lieutenant Jason Johansson. He said Friday Dwayne Davis was the shot caller from this group of individuals that committed this crime, and he orchestrated the plan that was carried out. So this
Mm.
guy was some big type of gangster. One thing else I want to go over is Jada. Jada spoke out about the Tupac murder. She said, "Now
No.
I hope we could get some answers and have some closure. Rest in peace, Tupac." And I saw that Funk Master Flex weighed in about that. He said that Jada is the worst type of woman. Always focus on an old guy. Stay focused on Will. He's alive and here. How you feel about that? How would you feel about your woman chiming in about her exes, murder, bringing brought to justice? Do you feel like, she not allowed to miss the old nigga, whatever? I'm just putting it on you personally. We don't even got to talk about Jada. Like, how would you
Mm.
feel if your significant other,
I'm live. I'm alive, and it's like
yeah, you worried
RIP
about
to
what happened?
him. Yeah, yeah, baby. I don't know, man. You may not be. I may be questioning, especially one of my homeboys gonna say, "Damn, bro, like, yeah, that's gonna make me probably." You may get put to the side about that.
Yeah, yeah, it might be a little bit awkward. Like like say I'm with my lady and we drive by the graveyard where one of her exes at. I don't even want her to look over. That's over and done with. I'm here. Focus on me, bitch. Nah, I'm joking, but yeah, it is a funny dynamic. I think she's just speaking on her friend. Will shouldn't feel threatened by that. Tupac's gone. It's been 20 something years. I mean, relax. Something interesting that developed as well. I remember we had a past show where we were asking the question: do we think that Suge Knight will testify if it comes through down to it? Because Suge is facing some time, and maybe he could get some time knocked off. Well, we have an answer now. Finally, Suge Knight says, "Hell no, I won't testify against Keefe D." Insists cops still don't know who shot Tupac. Suge Knight is surprised there's finally an arrest in the murder of Tupac Shakur. And even though he was an eyewitness in the case, he says he'll refuse if called to testify against suspect Dwayne Keefe D. Davis. And yeah, and he's saying that, he don't think Orlando Anderson was the shooter. We learned that we don't think he's a shooter anymore either because There's a gang, a Southside Crip affiliate that says he don't think that you know, Keefe D was a shooter. Not that that matters in terms of what he'll be sentenced to, but that was an interesting development in all of this. You
Very
know,
deep. Very deep, man.
Suge Knight holding it down. He ain't telling. He don't look. I don't want to cooperate. And out of the 6 people that was involved in this incident, 2 was in the car that Tupac was in, 4 was in the car that Keefe Davis was in. These are the only 2 guys left alive.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And Suge Knight said he taking it to the grave. He ain't got nothing to say. You know? Real gangsters don't even want they ops to get locked up. Set them free. We'll deal with them out here. We'll hold court in the streets. You know? That's
Yeah,
how that goes.
that's how it is. That's how it
Yeah.
goes.
But I mean, y'all go ahead and chime in on the comments, man. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you like what you hear, like and share. And you could join the tribe by pressing the subscribe button and the bell so you get notifications. Until the next time, go ahead and tell them what they could do, Bob.
Man, y'all stay shrewd out there, man.
Yeah, that's what you do.
Yay.